Yeah. I mean, I know that they've been around. Alan Petland Gourmet Floors has been around forever. The 30 years, I guess. 33 years? 33 years? Alan's giving me the high sign on that. If you've ever driven down I-10 near Hildebrand, you can't miss the sign. But we don't want people going there today. Not today.
Or any day.
Or any day. It's just a warehouse now. But
they moved.
But where they moved to and where they are now, and beautiful, gosh, one of the most beautiful tile and flooring showrooms I've ever seen in my entire life is at 11716 Warfield Street. It's kind of in that Nacoparan, airport area.
No, Nacoparan is
not Nakoma.
Exactly.
Sorry, Nakoma.
Yes, if you come from 281 and you're going west on Nakoma, you make your first left light, which is Warfield, and we're right basically as you dead end on the left-hand side. And we're here live for 2 hours, and if it's not enough to come see a sale like no other here, they're having an inventory sale of up to 75% off.
And I was taking a walk around with Jim here at Alan Petland Gourmet Floors, and incidentally, it's in the same building as Design Materials.
Yes.
Okay, Design Materials has been in this building a long time, sharing the same building. But man, you talk about some gorgeous, gorgeous options for flooring and for walls. I mean, some of the cool stuff that they have in here. Let me tell you, porcelain. They have ceramic. They have some of the most awesome engineered wood flooring that I've ever seen in my life. And we'll talk about that more as the show goes on. But man, I am telling you, we have got something to show you if you come by here at Alan Petland Gourmet Floors. And the cool thing is, this is sale that doesn't come along every day. It's the first ever sale of its kind that they've had here.
Well, they got to a point with inventory, it makes sense to pass on the savings.
IRS. Tax Relief Advocates is urgently notifying taxpayers that tax relief initiatives are now available that may significantly reduce or eliminate what you owe. If you're afraid of an IRS lien, levy, or wage garnishment, don't lose hope. You can now take advantage of these current relief programs to end all collections, reduce the amount you owe, and resolve your tax problem. Even if you have years of unfiled tax returns or are already in a payment plan, you may still qualify for significant relief. Struggling taxpayers can now get relief they need during these hard economic times. A hotline has been established by Tax Relief Advocates for you to call and see what you qualify for. They are A+ rated with the BBB and have over 1,000 5-star reviews. Don't wait. Call 800-575-7147. 800-575-7147. That's 800-575-7147 or simply visit TRA.com.
Must qualify for enrollment. Results may vary.
Why'd I go to the doctor?
1 minute.
Just taking my son to practice. It didn't feel right. So I got checked out. Turns out I have atrial fibrillation, which increases the risk of stroke about 5 times.
Symptoms like irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain, shortness of breath, fatigue, or lightheadedness can come and go. But if it's AFib, the risk of stroke remains. If you have symptoms, contact a doctor.
I'm so glad I did.
Visit notimetowait.com. Sponsored by Bristol Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
Sometimes an identity threat is a ring of professional hackers. And sometimes it's an overworked accountant who forgot to encrypt their connection while sending bank details.
I need a coffee.
And you need LifeLock because your info is in endless places. It only takes one mistake to expose you to identity theft. LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points a second. If your identity is stolen, we'll fix it, guaranteed, or your money back. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code NEWS at lifelock.com. Terms apply.
This is Martin Bomba's Rockin' Home Show on News Talk 550 KTSA and FM 1071.
An exclusive clientele. Oh, she knows each one so well. No one dares to kiss and tell. She knows too much.
Hey, welcome back, everybody. It's the Rockin' Home Show on AM 550 FM 107.1 KTSA. Facebook Live. Thank you for those joining us on Facebook Live. We invite you to join us each and every week on Facebook. Yeah, man. Don is always the man when it comes to the music on the show. He puts it together for us every week, and I can't thank him enough for doing that. He puts together some great stuff. Great show coming up for you today, guys. We, of course, are going to be taking your calls at 210-599-5555. We're coming to you live from Allen Petland Gourmet Floors at 11716 Warfield Street in San Antonio.
Join us.
Come on. We'd love to see you.
We got a whole group of people here.
There's food, there's drink, there's gorgeous flooring to look at, and great sale prices going on. We'll talk about that throughout the show today. I do want to tell you a little bit about something that Window World is doing in 2 weeks from today, on Saturday, May 31st. We are going to be hosting a beach cleanup down in Corpus Christi.
Good for you.
Our Corpus Christi store is hosting this. And the way it's going to work is we're meeting out at Padre Bali Park. That's at 15820 Park Road 22 in Corpus, out on the island. We're going to provide the beach cleanup bags. We're going to provide snacks and drinks. And we'll also be giving out random gift cards to different people who come out and help us out. All you have to do is bring you and your willingness to help clean up the beach, and we'll give you the rest. And
if you're going to park on the beach, you do need a permit, because you will get a ticket.
Correct. Yes, they will enforce that. But the good news is it's $12. The parking
and it
pass,
lasts for a year.
And it lasts all the way to the end of the year
or the end of the season.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. So it's a good deal. We're also going to have a limited number of Window World Beach cleanup shirts that we're going to be giving to people.
Call and claim them.
Yeah, well, come out and claim them.
Oh, okay.
Come out and claim them. Yeah. Right. But that's on site. Yeah.
Yes.
And make sure that you bring water bottles and sunscreen. We will have drinks out there, but we want you to be well hydrated, and we want you to be safe in the sun. So bring your sunscreen, bring your water bottles. And again, this is not next Saturday, but the following Saturday, May 31st, 9 a.m. to noon at Padre Bali Park. It's our Window World Beach Cleanup Day, and we would love to see you out there helping us out. I think we're going to have about 30 or 40 Window World personnel out there.
And you know what? not only do you get to do a very good thing, and beach cleanup is a very good thing because it helps animals, it helps the marine life, it helps so many different things, but you kind of get rewarded for going and doing this. You're giving away, shirts and snacks and drinks, and how cool is it to get a gift card?
Yeah, I mean, we're trying to make it a fun day, but also a day that's really going to make a difference out there. And if you want more information,
just call your office in Corpus, 361-991-4189. And again, Padre Bali Park on the 31st, which is 15820 Park Road 22, from 9 to 12. Be there the latest by 9 because they'll be leaving to clean up different areas.
We'll be dispersing.
Dispersing, yes. Absolutely. Get a shirt if you're there soon enough. Again, you have a chance at a gift card.
And
what a nice thing to do.
If
what
I can do the show live, I'm going to do it out there.
I'll join you if we can.
I'm not sure that I can, but
we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
And clean the beaches up. It needs to be done.
And listen, I want to
give a civically minded, wonderful thing.
Well, thanks, man. It's just a lot of fun, but I've got to give credit where credit's due. My son Dylan and his wife Alexis have been going out on their own almost every weekend doing beach cleanup just of their own volition, just because they know it's a good thing to do. And they're the ones who suggested this day. So
sounds like Dylan.
Dylan and Alexis are the ones who are responsible for
Didn't
this.
fall too far from the tree.
They put it all together. They set up the beach bags, the trash bags, all of that. So good on them, and I'm very, very proud to be a part of this. So hope you guys can come out and join us. If you're in Corpus, if you're in San Antonio, come on down anyway. We'd love to see you.
Have we given out the phone numbers? I know we've been talking about
yeah, 210-599-5555. 210-599.
I get bad at that.
I am too. 210-599-5555. That's the number to get in on the home improvement conversation this morning. If you have anything that you'd like to talk about, from the roof to the foundation to everything in between.
And let's hit this a little bit hard. If anybody is thinking about doing any sort of remodeling, updating, anything to the house, now's the time.
It is a good time to put your investment back in your home. It's a great time to be doing the things that will make it sale ready whenever that time comes, whether it's next year or if it's in 10 years.
And these are not the type of items that are just the stuff, the junk that doesn't sell or something they bought at a huge cartload. You got to come see the quality of the merchandise they have out here.
Well, that's the first thing that will strike you when you walk into Allen Petland Gourmet Floors. Is it's not just your normal run-of-the-mill box store.
It's not even close.
Flooring aisle. It's not that. They have their samples displayed in such a way that you can compare them one to the other, not just these big racks of fan decks. It's not like that. They have some of the most beautiful rugs that I've ever seen in my life. Some of the most unique tile, and I thought I'd seen everything. I really did. I thought I'd seen every kind of tile that there are to be had out there. No, they have some that I've never seen before. Some of the most unique designs and materials that I've seen before. And I can't tell you how impressed I am with
We were talking about colors.
Yeah.
What did they bring out in 10 seconds?
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, there's so many
1,400 colors,
and that's because we mentioned in 10 seconds later they had it out.
Make my head swim if I had to pick.
And by the way, I've known Alan longer than he's had this company. His dad's company he was working at, I think it was Carpet Fair. It was at Nakoma and 281 down the street. This was a long time ago. And I would love to give Alan credit for everything here, but I'd be lying through my teeth. His wife, who ran our marketing department when I was with Bradfield and Hallmark Bradfield, and is one of the most creative, talented people I've ever met in my life. And Christy, you can see throughout all of this.
Yeah. I mean, a female had to set this up because it's absolutely stunning.
My daughter would say I was being sexist if I ever said anything like that.
No, that's not sexist. That's giving credit where credit is due. And my wife, I will be the first one to tell you that the design in our homes is 99.9% my wife.
Thank God.
And that 1%
Thank God.
is me saying yes, dear.
Yes.
That's my contribution.
I made a mistake about 25 years ago. We were doing a remodel of the whole home, and I wanted to pick out one thing. And I learned my lesson really quick because it was a powder room, and I liked a specific wallpaper or something. Like it was wallpaper. And I learned very quickly that my taste is pliable. If it's up there and it's a week and I hated it, a week later I don't notice it. 6 weeks later, it's my favorite thing in the world. And I mean that.
Yeah.
I fought one time for this. One. A week later, my wife still hated it. 3 weeks later, she hated it.
Yep.
6 months later, she hated it.
can't
And we
win that.
replaced it.
You can't win that battle.
I learned.
You can't.
Happy wife, happy life. And thank God she has some people would say other than me, she has some pretty great taste.
Well, I will tell you this. It is just amazing to me, the style sense that Debbie has. And yes, I have my opinions on certain things, but the truth is I trust her design expertise and go with it most of the time.
If not all the time.
Because I know that she's got great taste.
And she's right.
Yeah, yeah, she is right. Hey, Greg, could you do me a favor, bud? Take a look at this. I don't know what's going on, but something's going on with it. Let's take a break. We are up against the half-hour break. We're going to take that break, and when we come back, we're going to talk about some reasons why your home may not be selling, and some things that you might be able to do to help get
All
that
fixable.
home sold. All doable things, all fixable. And I don't care if it's a $200,000 home or if it's a $2 million home. These are things that apply to just about everybody.
Absolutely. Every price range. There are no borders that it doesn't pass.
So we'll talk about that when we come back. Your calls too at 210-599-5555. Let's talk about Real Solutions Home. RealSolutionsHome.com is where you're going to find them online. And this is a company owned by my friend Zip Gist. And Zip is a guy that has an attention to detail and an eye for helping you create your dreams and turn them into reality. You bring an idea to him and he'll run with it. If this is for a full home remodel, absolutely. We're going to be getting started on ours any day
Well,
now.
that was my next question. How are the permits coming?
That's something you can't rush for some reason.
No.
I wish you could, but you cannot.
And you cannot start without.
No, not if you're smart. No. So, we absolutely recommend Zip and his company, RealSolutionsHome.com, for any kind of home renovation. Kitchen remodels, bathroom remodels, room additions, you name it. He can help make that dream a reality. Let's say you love the home you're living in, but you hate the space. You want to have more space. You like the neighborhood. You like the neighbors. You like everything about it, but you just need more room. Yeah, he can help you with that. He can also help you with any type of kitchen remodel, bathroom remodel, or even remodeling your home to make it more accessible for aging in place. All of those things at Real Solutions Home. Military, teacher, first responder discounts, financing options are available, lots of great ones, and of course the estimates are free. It's all at Real Solutions Home. RealSolutionsHome.com, or call them at 210-862-4995.
Could your yard or garden use a spring refresh? Gardenville is here to help. Spring has sprung, and there's no better time to refresh your outdoor space. A fresh layer of mulch doesn't just nourish your plants, it gives your yard a clean and polished look. Gardenville mulches also help retain soil moisture, suppress weeds, and protect roots. And now, extended through May 31st, Gardenville is offering an exclusive limited time deal on premium mulch. Get 5 bags of nutrient-rich living mulch for just $15, or upgrade to hardwood mulch for only $25 per yard. Visit one of our 3 convenient San Antonio area Gardenville locations to take advantage of this special offer. At Gardenville, an affiliate of Texas Disposal Systems, we are committed to diverting as much waste as possible from the landfill stream. As a response to this commitment, we are proud of our compost and soil blending operations. Offer is valid for retail customers only. Some restrictions apply. Learn more at Gardenville at garden-ville.com.
Sometimes an identity threat is a ring of professional hackers, and sometimes it's an overworked accountant. who forgot to encrypt their connection while sending bank details.
I need a coffee.
And you need LifeLock because your info is in endless places. It only takes one mistake to expose you to identity theft. LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points a second. If your identity is stolen, we'll fix it, guaranteed, or your money back. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code NEWS at lifelock.com. Terms apply.
Why'd I go to the doctor? My heart would race just taking my son to practice. It didn't feel right. So I got checked out. Turns out I have atrial fibrillation, which increases the risk of stroke about 5 times.
Symptoms like irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain, shortness of breath, fatigue, or lightheadedness can come and go. But if it's AFib, the risk of stroke remains. If you have symptoms, contact a doctor.
I'm so glad I did.
Visit notimetowait.com. Sponsored by Bristol Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
Hi, this is Bob Webster to tell you a little bit more about my good friends at Medina Agriculture. I want to feature one of their great products, which is their Medina Plus. Now, I've told you for years about all it does to soften the soil and improve the soil, but it can be used for so many other things as well. It's a great foliar spray. It provides a lot of nutrients directly to plants in your garden, in your flower bed, as well as shrubs and trees. It is also a great root stimulator product when you're transplanting or when you're first setting things out. Just mix up some of the Medina Plus and use it to water things in, and you will get them off to a very, very strong start. Of course, in your compost pile, it speeds up the breakdown. You'll get your compost ready more quickly, and always in the soil as well. Over time, it will soften even the hardest clay soils. That's Medina Plus. If you'd like to learn more about all of their products, simply go to medinaag.com. You'll find these products at anywhere that sells good natural gardening products. Products from Medina Agriculture. Hi, this is Bob Webster from my friends at Wild Birds Unlimited. For years, I've been telling you what a wonderful place Wild Birds Unlimited is out there on Northwest Military at Hebner Road. Well, they're still doing well, but the good news is they have a new location in Bernie as well. All you folks in the Hill Country won't have to drive all the way into San Antonio to find the wonderful service, the great knowledge, and all the wonderful products at Wild Birds Unlimited. Kyle and his staff out there have just virtually exactly the same thing they have in town, and they would love to have you come by. They're way out on North Main Street, north edge of Bernie.
30 seconds.
Street. It's right next door to the 28 Songs Brew House and Kitchen, if you know where that is. Remember, they've got the same great feeders, the same great feed. They've got all of the things you need for birding and so much more. Wonderful, wonderful assortment of gifts out there. Carrying on the tradition Wild Birds Unlimited always has had. 2 locations to serve you now. Wild Birds Unlimited.
This is Martin Bomba's Rockin' Home Show on News Talk 550 KTSA and FM 1071.
Welcome back, everybody. It's the Rockin' Home Show on AM 550 FM 1071 KTSA, and of course on Facebook Live. Thank you guys out there on Facebook. Tell your friends about it. We love seeing you out there watching the show every Saturday. I'm Martin Bomba. That's Mike Hermes.
Yeah, and come join us. We are having a blast out here. Come join us and see the incredible array of, you can't just say flooring. I mean, because there's rugs. I mean, there's just so much.
It's great. I mean, some of the tiles that they have are just phenomenal for accent walls.
Yeah, look at the walls and different. That's why I said.
I mean, there's as much beauty on the walls as there is on the floor, and there's so many that are suited for so many different things. But be sure to come by and take advantage of some sale prices that are going on right now in clearance in the warehouse. That is just astounding, up to 75% off. And just so you know where to go, it's 11716 Warfield Street in the airport area. Come on by. 281 Nakoma is the general area. But
it's so easy to get to.
If you've driven by the big sign on I-10, this is the thing that I don't want people doing, is going I-10 and Hildebrand.
It's now a warehouse. It's not open to the public.
So please come to Allen Petland Gourmet Floors, 11716 Warfield Street. And, of course, you can go online at allenpetlandfloorssanantonio.com to get more information about showroom directions and other things. We'll be talking much more about what's going on here at Allen Petland Gourmet Floors as the show goes on. But right now, Mike, let's talk a little bit about something that KTSA is doing and has been doing for how many years? 17 years?
Yeah,
is this the 17? Well, it says right here. Let's see here.
18
years. Used to be called Operation Interdependence. Now it is called Operation.
Honoring the Heroes of America.
It's called Operation Appreciation.
Oh, appreciation. I was looking at the wrong page.
Yes. So this is a cool thing that KTSA spearheads, whereby they partner up with different sponsors. We have boxes in our showrooms or our offices, and you can come by and bring all kinds of different items that our men and women overseas need. Mostly toiletries. I'm talking about things like toothpaste and deodorant and laundry detergent, and you name it. These are all things that our heroes overseas need
desperately,
badly. And so through KTSA and the great sponsors, we go out there, we write thank you letters, we collect all of these types of items, and this goes on through Friday, June 27th. And on that day, there's going to be a day-long drive inviting listeners to donate online or drop off items at sponsor locations. But you don't have to wait until then. There's going to be drop-off locations going on all the way from May 26th, which is the official kickoff on Memorial Day, through Independence Day, July 4th, all of that time to collect these types of items for our men and women serving overseas in the military.
And these items are needed, folks.
They are.
It makes a difference for the people who are making our world safe.
And we want to definitely say thank you to the sponsors of this.
And I'll start with the co-sponsor, Window World.
Absolutely. Quarter Moon Plumbing, which is our title sponsor.
Institute for Functional Health.
Modern Mingle.
Southwest Metal Roofing.
And they actually have a couple of sponsorship. I think they have a couple of sponsorships open.
Yes, they do. So two of them. So if you want to jump in,
call KTSA.
Absolutely. And I wanted to mention something right here. I don't know how you quietly did it, but it's a promotional window.
Yeah.
So the promotional Window World window.
All right. So anyway, it's annual Operation Appreciation, 18th annual, brought to you by KTSA Alpha Media and the sponsors.
And we need to get to David and Carol. We'll start with David. Welcome to the Rockin' Home Show.
Good morning, David.
Oh, good morning. I need your opinion on this. I may be getting a new AC unit in the future, but I've seen this company advertising this flex system. Is that better than a regular AC unit?
It's not better or worse, David. It is different. The flex system that they're talking about is a mini split system whereby you have the condenser in a wall of your home, and it heats and cools a certain section of your home. So in other words, if you put in a mini split system, you would have one of these in each of the rooms that you wanted to condition. And there's no ductwork that goes through your home. It all comes through an exterior wall. And depending upon how many of these units you have, depends upon the size of the condenser outside that powers all of these.
And it all comes down to cost efficiency.
Yeah. And it could be one, or it could be, for instance, I in one of my homes, I have 4 of them. I have 4 of the head units, but only one condenser outside that powers all of them, but no ductwork running through the house.
And it made more sense to do the 4 than it did to put ductwork in the new system. But it all depends on each situation.
It does. And if you don't use certain rooms of your home very often, and you want to keep them shut off and want to save the money on the heating and cooling on those rooms, this is a great way to do it. But you just have to compare cost. As far as quality goes, there are very high quality mini split systems, just like there are high quality traditional systems. So just do your research. Look at the company that's putting it in and what they have to offer, and get their opinion. If you're hiring somebody to do the heating and air conditioning in your home, it should be somebody you trust. And certainly you'll want to get their opinion. And if you want to learn more about this and get a quote and compare, Wright AC is the place that I would call.
Okay, well, thank you very much for your time. Appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Y'all have a wonderful day. Thank you.
Sir. Appreciate you, David.
Our phone number's here, 210-599-5555. We have time to go to Carol?
We do. Let's do it.
Hey, Carol.
I have four of the.
Good morning.
Carol.
Can you turn your radio
We have a
down?
home.
We have a delay.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's
Yes, I
okay.
can.
It's been a long time since I've heard that.
Yes.
That's funny.
Yes. So, hi, Carol. How are you doing?
Situation.
I'm doing fine.
If you don't use certain rooms,
I'm trying to turn this off so you can hear me.
I appreciate that. It's just confusing for us because we're hearing what we said, 10 seconds
Got
ago.
it. Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry.
And your question today is?
I'm needing some advice. We own a home in Fair Oaks that will be 30 years old in October. And so, therefore, as a homeowner, we're going to need to do some updating stuff, and I need to know the order in which it needs to be done.
That's funny.
We are going to need it.
We had the same question last week, and it's a great question. It really is.
Absolutely.
So tell me what some of the
I
issues
don't
are
know.
that you have.
Okay. I need a new roof, and I'd like to go with Southwestern.
Okay.
All right. Secondly, the house is stucco and stone, and there needs to be a bunch of stucco repair
Okay.
because we have a leak in one of the chimneys that has been habitual.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
And thirdly, it's a Tudor-style home, and I believe they used fir trim to give it the Tudor effect,
Okay.
if you know what I mean.
Yes,
Of
ma'am.
course.
And
Sure.
and of course that after 30 years is starting to rot, and that needs replacing.
Okay.
Okay.
So I have a roof to put on, I have stucco to repair, and I need the fir trim removed and new trim put on, and I'm wondering if cedar would be the thing to go with.
Okay. Next question is, do you have things on the inside that you're going to be updating as well?
No, exterior only at this
Exterior
time.
only.
Well, in order of necessity, the roof is going to be number
Yes.
one.
Yeah.
All right.
Roof
Always.
is going to be always going to be number one.
Foundation
if it's
normally
leaking,
too.
If
Yes.
it's leaking, that's going to be number one, or in need
Okay.
of severe repair. And by the way, I applaud your decision to go with a standing seam metal roof. It's my very favorite type of roofing, and I think you can't
Yes.
go wrong with that. Secondly, would be your stucco, because if you have breaches in your stucco and water is penetrating those areas, it's only going to get worse, and you want to
create
Yes.
more problems.
Yeah, you want to make sure that
All right.
that you address that, and then your board and batten or whatever it is that you need to replace with a different material.
Yes.
And yes, cedar would be better than fir. And you hear me speak every week about Real Solutions Home. That is who I would call for that particular part of the work.
Real Solutions.
Yes, ma'am. It's Real Solutions Home, and their number is 210-862-4995.
One more
Mark?
time.
210-862-4995.
Okay.
And Martin has used them several times, several projects, and feels good enough to recommend them, which to me is everything. Because if you get a good contractor, they're worth their weight in gold. You get a bad one, it's nothing but problems.
All right. And then what about stucco?
Stucco
I
is
was
same
thinking
people, right?
Rhino.
well, that's not who I'd recommend, because they're not a stucco company.
They're a roof company.
They're a painting company, a coating company.
Oh, okay.
But you can give us a call at Window World in Brickstone. Brickstone is the other half of our company, and we've been doing stucco since the 40s.
Okay. What about the replacement of the fir where they trimmed it around the house and on the stucco?
Yes, ma'am. That's where Real Solutions Home would come in. They're the folks that can help you with that portion of it.
Okay. Do you recommend Rhino Shield on stucco?
I can't say that I do, because I don't know enough about it.
Okay.
But an elastomeric coating on stucco is not a bad thing to do. But just remember, if you do some type of coating on your stucco, some type of paint finish on your stucco, you will have to do it again in probably 8 to 10 years.
Oh, no, I don't want to do that.
Well,
I mean, my husband and I are aging, obviously, like everybody else. And, geez, I don't know.
Well,
I just thought.
And I'd love to say you could get more out of it than that, and maybe you can.
It's unlikely.
But it's unlikely in our climate.
In our climate, with the heat and with shifting soils, it just is part of the maintenance that we have in this part of the country.
But a pre-finish.
Gee, we're sitting on solid rock out here.
It's still we still have movement, unfortunately.
And depending
really,
but depending upon the condition of the current condition of your stucco, you may want to consider doing a recoat, what we call a skim coat, which would be just putting the acrylic finish over what you have with a bonding agent. That's one way to go. Another way to go is to paint it or put an elastomeric finish on it. The Rhino Shield is a version of that. And these, I mean, these are all options, but I would encourage you to talk to a stucco company first and see if there's any major repairs that need to be done before you decide to do that.
And that would be Real Solutions Home?
That would be us at Window World in Brickstone. And our number.
Okay, got it.
Our number is 210-767-0995.
And I have used Brickstone on several of my properties, and that is as close to a permanent solution as there is.
Okay.
One other thing that Holly and I always recommend is if anybody has any ideas, especially on the interior, what to do and exterior before they get ready to put it on the market, what will bring money, what won't, you can always call us and we'll go out there for no charge and just tell you to put you in the best position moving forward to have your house ready to sell at any point.
Okay.
That's wonderful. And your number is what, sir?
210-341-1400, and the check's in the mail, Carol. Thank you.
Give me your phone number one more time.
210-341-1400. Another check's
Carol, thank you so much. We are up against a break. We got to take a break, and when we come back, we're going to get to your calls too at 210-599-5555. 210-599-5555 as we are coming to you live from Allen Petland Gourmet Floors at 11716 Warfield Street right here in San Antonio. Right now I want to talk to you about Window World and Brickstone. Window World is your neighbor's top choice for windows and siding. It's your friend's top choice for windows and siding.
Your co-host?
My co-host's top choice for
that is money out of pocket. I have used you guys many, many, many times. And been happy every one.
And if you'd like to know why, give us a call at Window World. And what we tell you at Window World is, listen, we understand you want to get other quotes, and we encourage it. I tell people all the time, you probably ought to get 2 or 3 quotes before you make a decision on something, and it's no different with us. But before you buy, you owe it to yourself, whether it's the first call or the last call, to call Window World and find out why more people choose Window World than any other exterior remodeling company out there. From our award-winning windows to our insulated wall systems to seamless gutters and gutter protection to patio covers to, of course, our proprietary Brickstone product that we have been doing since 1947. Here we are over 75 years later and still going strong. And we really and truly love what we do at Window World. In fact, we have a 4th generation coming up right now in both of our markets in San Antonio and Corpus Christi. So if you want a company that's going to be around for years and years to come, that provides service after the sale and has some of the best financing options you'll find anywhere. 0 down, 0% financing for 15 months is available right now with approved credit, and financing terms starting under $99 a month with up to 10 years to pay. Call us at Window World. Best place to find us is online in San Antonio and New Braunfels at windowworldtx.com and in Corpus Christi at windowworldcc.com. Window World. We don't just stand behind our windows, we stand on them.
This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell. Cordell & Cordell is the largest family law firm in the country with over 35 years of helping clients navigate divorce. That does give us certain advantages, for example, in experience and resources. But being big doesn't mean less personal or less local. Our attorneys live and work in your community, and as neighbors, they understand the challenges your families face. If you're a guy facing divorce, remember, Cordell & Cordell, a partner you can count on.
San Antonio, Austin, and St. Louis. CordellCordell.com.
Are you having trouble hearing? Hearing loss can devastate the quality of your life. Now, there's an affordable fix for you or your loved one. Rated the best hearing aids of 2025 by Forbes Health, Audion Hearing has the highest quality hearing aids at the lowest prices, starting at just $98 a pair.
I actually like them better than my old $5,000 hearing aids.
I could not believe how my hearing and life changed.
Join over 1 million happy customers by going to audionhearing.com. That's AUDIEN hearing.com.
Seems everything costs more these days. Gas, groceries, and when's the last time you checked your wireless bill? When it comes to big wireless, if you're staying, you may be overpaying. Switch to Consumer Cellular to get the same fast nationwide coverage without the big wireless bill. Plans start at just $20 a month, and now for a limited time, new customers can get their second month free. Call 1-888-FREEDOM, visit a store near you, or consumercellular.com and start saving today. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. Taxes, fees, and other third-party charges will apply. See website for additional details.
How many of you remember the Buttercrust Bakery on Broadway? We took field trips there from Carroll Bell Elementary and learned about assembly line production. Everyone there had a different job with a common goal. Robin Hopp is here with Big State Financial. There are 3 financial stages similar to that assembly line: accumulation, preservation, and distribution. We will help you with a retirement income plan that you can never outlive. Call me 210-373-6000 or go to my website, bigstatefinancial.com.
Whatever the task in your yard this spring,
1 minute.
Steel Battery. Mow it, trim it, clean it. Steel Battery has everything from mowers and trimmers to blowers and chainsaws to take on whatever spring throws your way. And Steel has a battery system built for every type of user. The AS battery system includes tools for quick jobs in and around the house. The AK battery system has everything a homeowner needs to keep their landscape in shape. And the AP battery system delivers professional-grade battery equipment for the biggest jobs. From start to finish, do it all with Steel Battery. Double your runtime with free extra battery deals across a wide range of Steel tools. Visit SteelDealers.com. Get a free extra battery with select Steel tool sets. Sets include tool, battery, and charger. Extra battery is up to $160 MSRP value. Offer valid for a limited time only at participating dealers while supplies last.
Here we go.
This is Martin Bomba's Rockin' Home Show on News Talk 550 KTSA and FM 1071.
I don't want you on the phone to play good girl with me. Why must I always say it again? I got a new girl now. I got a new girl now. I got a new girl now, and she's a lot like you.
Hey, welcome back, everybody. It's the Rockin' Home Show on AM 550 FM 1071 KTSA. I'm Martin Bomba. That's my buddy Mike Hermes right there. And we are coming to you live from Allen Petland Gourmet Floors at 11716 Warfield Street in San Antonio. If you are looking for some of the most awesome, beautiful, gorgeous flooring options that you will find anywhere, look no further than Allen Petland Gourmet Floors.
And how about another reason?
What's that?
Up to 75% off.
Oh, that's right.
Imagine that.
That's right.
By the way, you have 7 hours?
Yeah, thereabouts. My math's not great. I went to Divine High School.
You're a funny guy.
But you know.
Yeah, but you were an Aggie fan, so that makes sense. I, on the other hand, am a T-SIP and UT, and math's my thing.
Yeah.
You get the cows, I get the math.
There you go. So up to 75% off on tile, carpet, wood, stone, rugs, LVT. All of those things are available here and on sale. The first time that they're doing a sale of this kind ever. And making it available to the
Speaking
public.
of which, Alan's going to join us next hour, and we're going to talk about any questions you have about flooring. and saving money.
Absolutely.
Alan's good at both of those things.
We're gonna find out what's hot in the flooring industry right now, and some of the new items, and a whole lot more. And take your calls, obviously, at 210-599-5555.
Way too long.
Well, yeah, I know, man. I know. Hey, listen, hour one in the books. Hour two coming up. Don't go anywhere. Come see us at Alan Petland Gourmet Floors. We'll be right back on the Rockin' Home Show.
Why? Why take a chance? Why risk a mistake? Why say something? We all have reasons why we choose to ignore the things that give us pause, that seem out of place, that don't feel right. The word why can either paralyze us or empower us to stand up and protect what we love. So if you see something, why do you say something?
I see safe for my family.
I see safe for my friends.
I see say for my students.
We see say for each other.
I see safe because all of this matters.
We all have something worth protecting, a why that unifies this community we're all a part of. So protect your everyday. Report suspicious activity to local authorities. If you see something, say something.
KTSA San Antonio, FM 1071, San Antonio's news, talk, traffic, and weather station.
KTSA.
From ABC News. I'm Mike Dubusky. Recovery efforts are underway in several states after severe weather prompted multiple tornadoes, power outages, and at least 23 deaths.
We have 17 search teams in place that are searching a coordinated grid, if you will, that's reporting back to a command post so we can track everything that they do. They are searching with the police department, who's providing assistance.
Fire Chief Dennis Jenkerson there. The Rail Engineers Union and New Jersey transit officials will be back at the bargaining table later today after workers walked off the job yesterday striking for better wages. But in the meantime, trains for the country's third biggest transit system are at a standstill. ABC's Marcus Solis.
Transit officials say they were pleased with the way they were able to get commuters moving yesterday with additional bus service. Now, granted, volume is always lighter on Fridays, but they were also pleased that they were able to supplement private bus service for those who were attending the Shakira concert at MetLife Stadium. But Monday would be a much bigger challenge.
Meanwhile, at Newark Airport, the FAA is out with a new plan to alleviate the widespread cancellations and delays there. The agency and the airline say they're now going to limit the number of landings per hour at the airport to 28, down from 40 starting in about 2 weeks. 10 inmates were able to break out of jail near New Orleans yesterday, and 7 of those fugitives are still at large, authorities say. ABC's Maria Villarreal says jail officials didn't notice they were gone until hours after it happened.
Top officials believe they got help from inside someone within the jail system. There were no deputies assigned to the unit where this happened for some reason, and authorities say the technician assigned to keep an eye on surveillance cameras actually walked away when this happened to get food.
Authorities say 4 of the men who are still on the run are charged with second-degree murder. You're listening to ABC News.
Offer not valid in all states or where prohibited by law. Loans are subject to lender approval. See website for details.
Honey, the credit card bill came, and we're maxed out.
Maxed out cards, rent is due. We just need some extra cash to help us get by.
Maybe we should go to 27cash.com.
With our bad credit?
27cash.com is one of the largest personal loan networks. They can help people with any type of credit get up to $5,000, and cash can hit our bank account as soon as tomorrow.
When you need extra cash, go to 27cash.com. That's 27cash.com. 27cash.com.
Millions of Americans take medicine like Ozempic and Zepbound. Many of them are overpaying by thousands of dollars a year. These GLP-1 medications for diabetes, weight loss, and more may not always be covered by your insurance, but GoodRx can help. GoodRx helps you save every month on prescriptions at over 70,000 pharmacies nationwide. Best of all, it's free to use. Check GoodRx to save on GLP-1s. Just go to goodrx.com/GLP. That's goodrx.com/GLP. GoodRx is not insurance, but can be used instead of insurance, including Medicare and other federal and state-funded programs.
United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres is calling for an immediate ceasefire after the Palestinian Ministry of Health reports 153 people were killed in the past 24 hours. More than 450 people have been injured, they say, as IDF operations intensify across the Gaza Strip. ABC's Mary Bruce says President Trump is now weighing in after returning home from his Middle East trip.
No deal to end hostilities between Israel and Hamas. Israel ratcheting up attacks in Gaza. The president saying, quote, "We've got to get that taken care of."
We're going to see. We have to help also out the Palestinians. You know, a lot of people are starving on Gaza, so we have to look at both sides.
The president's first major trip abroad, 3 countries over 4 days, focusing more on dollars and cents than foreign policy. The trip aimed at boosting America's business ties in wealthy Arab states, a region where his own family has growing financial interests.
House Speaker Mike Johnson has announced a bipartisan group of lawmakers will be in Rome tomorrow for the installation mass of Pope Leo, the first American pope.
The start of the ceremony is deeply symbolic. Pope Leo will enter St. Peter's Basilica and he'll pray before the tomb of St. Peter. The rest of the mass will take place outside and it normally lasts around 2 hours. We also expect more than 150 delegations from around the world to be present at this mass, including Vice President J.D. Vance and Secretary of State Marco Rubio, along with their wives.
ABC's Maggie Rulli, Mike Dubusky, ABC News.
Offer not valid in all states or where prohibited by law. Loans are subject to lender approval. See website for details.
Honey, the credit card bill came and we're maxed out.
Maxed out cards, rent is due. We just need some extra cash to help us get by.
Maybe we should go to 27cash.com.
With our bad credit,
27cash.com is one of the largest personal loan networks. They can help people with any type of credit get up to $5,000, and cash can hit our bank account as soon as tomorrow.
When you need extra cash, go to 27cash.com. That's 27cash.com. 27cash.com.
Being a caregiver for a family member can be very
1 minute.
very challenging too. Besides taking a physical and emotional toll, it can also take a real financial toll, especially if you're paying for home safety upgrades, covering medical expenses, cutting back on hours at your job, or having to leave your job altogether. In some states and in certain situations, you may be eligible to get paid for the care you provide. But finding reliable information about caregiver compensation can be overwhelming and very time-consuming. The AARP Foundation Paid for Care Hub can help. It's a free online tool developed with support from United Healthcare, where you can search compensation programs, explore your options, and get answers to frequently asked questions. Find out today if it's possible to be compensated for the time, effort, and care you're providing. Visit paidforcare.aarpfoundation.org to learn more.
This is Martin Bomba's Rockin' Home Show on News Talk 550 KTSA and FM 1071.
Hey, we're back. It's the Rockin' Home Show, hour number 2. Martin Bomba, Mike Hermes.
Having fun. Come join us. We're about to have Alan on. Yeah, he's going to Alan on. And this is not Alan.
I'm not touching that, man.
Yeah.
I'm not touching that. Alan Petland Gourmet Floors.
Thank you.
Is where we're at.
We'll have him on in a minute or two. But come join us. We are over at 11716 Warfield Street. If you're coming from Tacoma and 281 and you are going west, make a left at the first light,
Like
which
you're going
is
toward,
Warfield.
like you're going toward West Avenue.
Yes.
And you could also come down West Avenue if you're coming from that direction.
And then you'd be making a right.
Yes.
Which would be
or
south.
Or you could do the really crazy thing, Mike, and put it in Waze.
Or yes, GPS. Yes, you're
whatever people.
100%
I've
right.
got older cousins, and whenever we have family get-togethers, they'll call me up and they'll say, "What's your address?" And I'll give them the address, and they'll go, "Okay, so how do I get there?" And and it's all I can do to not say, "Well, there's this little thing called the iPhone."
Your nephews and nieces are doing that?
No, cousins, older cousins.
Okay,
older cousins.
Because I could find myself being guilty of that.
No.
All right, here's your address.
No, I can see you being guilty.
You're damn
of that.
straight.
I can
yes.
see that.
Yes.
Waze is my friend, man. I use Waze everywhere. even if I've been there before I use Waze.
I just can't turn it off.
You know why? Because it tells me in its genius little way, whenever there's traffic accidents, when there's the popo up ahead,
gas station,
it's everything. So maybe I take the same route every day, but today there's road construction. It tells me to go somewhere else. Why wouldn't you use something like that if you had it at your disposal?
Last time I used it, it was in Austin, and they were telling me to get to my sister's to take exits and get back on.
Yeah.
What do you call that? The feeder street.
Yeah. And it will do that.
We have Alan Petlin joining us right now. He is having a sale up to 75%. I was trying to explain earlier, Alan, that this is not like you getting an extra container of junk, which we see all the time in sales. This is real high quality stuff that you need to move because you need more space.
Exactly. We I don't know, am I talking at the proper volume?
You're good. Greg will make sure you are. It's okay.
Okay. Yeah, this is the product that we sell day in, day out to the leading designers in San Antonio. And we've never made this sale public. We usually sell out the warehouse stuff, what's left over, to our trade partners who are here every week, every month, purchasing. This year we just decided we have probably a little more and thought, we should just open it we're open to the public as a regular business, but but we've never run a public sale. So we just thought, let's give it a shot.
So, Alan, tell us a little bit about some of the items that are on sale. What can people expect whenever they come out and see these items?
Well, we've got everything. We've got exercise floor back there.
Really?
Yeah, rubber. The solid rubber floor.
Jim didn't show me that.
A home. Yeah. Well, he's cheating you. We're gonna treat you to it at the end of the hour.
Okay, awesome.
So we've got exercise floor. We've got all kinds of ceramic tile, porcelain tile, stone, handmade tiles made here in the States and California, a brand called Ardo. We have an amazing product. It looks like it's hundreds of years old.
It's incredible.
And yeah,
I saw it before we went on the air. Gorgeous.
You can't even imagine how gorgeous it looks. And we put it in a friend of mine's house. From what we had here, looks amazing. And it literally looks like it's old world material.
Tell me a little bit about the flooring, the wood flooring, the engineered wood flooring that you have. You have a special showroom area just for this particular wood flooring. Tell us about that.
So Riva from Spain is a very specialty line. They make a quality product that, and we carry a lot of lines of wood, but this line, all the boards in there are 6 to 8 feet long, no short boards. So and the size rooms in our homes in Texas are large. When you lay wide plank, long boards in a room, it is a game changer.
It's stunning.
In terms of, stunning. And we've got it on the showroom floor in select grade, which is the other thing. You can buy a complete select grade floor if you don't want knots. Oftentimes people do want knots and they add character, but if you don't want it, this line has select grade or character. We've got, numerous colors, finishes.
One of the things that your partner told me about that I found really fascinating and really awesome that they do. Tell me about the tile that they have that coordinates with the wood.
Good question. So they make a porcelain tile that's a wood grain that coordinates with the colors. So match is a questionable word, but coordinates well. So with all the outdoor living, you can have the hardwood floor and the smoke color inside and get the porcelain wood grain tile for the outside living. And when the doors, the big sliding doors where there no threshold and you can just walk right out.
That's awesome.
I think you know about those,
Mark. A little bit, yeah. A little bit.
You can walk right out and have a beautiful, seamless, looks like you're inside as you're outside and vice versa.
That's fantastic. That's fantastic. And great for wet areas too, yeah?
Yeah.
And what I'm going to say about Alan is in the last 33 years, and even going back to Carpet Fair, going back 40 years of me being in the real estate industry, is when I wanted the floor being done for my clients, whether it, you have an area that was worn and needs to be replaced, or you have an area that they wanted to do at one point and didn't, which was one of the last ones I sent you. They needed to extend the hardwood floors. You always did it at a very good price. That's why I'm trying to believe that there's a possibility of 75% off. You've always been exceptionally competitive.
Yeah, we are competitive to begin with. 75% off. The only way to do 75% off is to sell it below cost.
Right.
And that's what we're doing. If the quantities are smaller, we're looking to move it out of here.
You just want it out.
Yeah, we want it out. So there's no better time to come buy something here than today.
Because it's costing you money sitting in your warehouse. You bought it probably for other jobs.
Yeah, we had to buy a full container, full truckload, full whatever to make the deal work, and now we wind up with a little bit extra.
If you want to get some really exceptional deals on flooring, today is the day. Come on out to Allen Petland Gourmet Floors, 11716 Warfield Street. You can meet the man himself. He's out here. Allen's here. By the way, I love this shirt. I love this shirt.
Thank you.
Are you a collector? Do you collect the?
Well, I have some old cars, but I bought the new 2025.
Oh, you got the electric
Buzz.
one. Okay.
Yeah.
I want to see that flooring, but I also want to see that when we're done.
Yeah. So it's an awesome vehicle. It's got the company name on it subtly,
Sweet.
but it's on there. So we tied it into the promotion.
Whenever those came out and I saw them on the lot the first time, it just caught my eye like that. It's just very cool looking.
Yeah. I have hundreds of. I can't go in or out of a parking lot without having a conversation.
Yep.
2 or 3 people.
Yeah.
And showing the van. Everyone loves
it. It was like that first guy with the Tesla truck.
Yeah. Except everybody loves these.
Yes.
This brings a smile
beat me to
everybody's face.
You beat me to it.
That's right.
Alan,
right.
thanks,
you,
brother.
guys.
Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you.
But I got to say one thing before you go. You were saying he's the man?
Yeah.
That's a falsehood.
Well, he's the man.
I've ever seen.
But the boss. I didn't say he's the boss.
Okay, I understand. But the behind everything. Okay. Because this all screams Christy. I mean, tell me if I'm wrong here.
I mean, she gives us her eye,
Yeah.
but no, we pretty much keep our business lives.
Seriously?
Other than sharing clients, yeah, we she does the real estate, I do the flooring, I help her clients, and she helps my clients. But yeah,
it's a good symbiotic relationship.
Okay, I never would have guessed that. The reason being,
she's a total creative, artistic.
Yes, because she was. I mean, she handled marketing and for.
When you talk about the marketing,
but
I thought you meant
the marketing,
showroom.
the design.
Totally. She's got a hand in that. Oh, look.
Yeah, my granddaughter just walked in.
Yes, Christy has a total hand in the marketing.
Okay.
Yes.
There you go.
But I figured she had a hand in everything, knowing her.
She pokes her head in the market.
Well, tell her have a great time in Santa Fe and happy birthday.
I will tell her.
All right. Hey, Alan, thank you very much.
Appreciate it.
And we're going to talk to Alan's partner, Jim, here in just a little while and find out more about what you can expect when you come out to Allen Petland Gourmet Floors and see the wonderful selection that they have of every type of flooring you can imagine. Tile, carpet, wood, stone.
75 up to 75% off. Like you said, that's way below cost.
Pretty amazing stuff. So if you are remodeling your home, if you're building a home, if you're thinking about remodeling your home and you just want to put something back in the garage for a little while until it's time and save a lot of money, today is the day. Right here at Allen Petland Gourmet Floors, 11716 Warfield Street. They've got tamales, they got barbacoa, they've got agua fresca, they've got coffee and tea, and a lot of friendly faces. A lot of friendly faces out here. Come on and see us, and we'd love to say hi to you too, by the way. Got to take a break. When we come back, phone calls, 210-599-5555, and we will talk about your home and why it may or may not be selling as quickly
we haven't
as your
gotten
neighbor's
to that,
home.
but yes, we've had so many exciting things to talk about.
I know.
But yes, we're here for you, and hopefully you're having half as much fun as we're having and learning something, because we do this every single day and we learn something thousands of times a day if it's a good day.
You're paying more attention than I am.
Well, I try. God knows.
Let's talk about Real Solutions Home. My friend Zip Gist and his company, Real Solutions Home, is the place that I recommend you call for any type of major home renovation or minor home remodeling. Now, maybe it's a kitchen that you want to have remodeled, that you want to modernize, put some new appliances in, maybe reconfigure. Or maybe it's a bathroom that you've always wanted that spa-like bathroom, but you've never had it. This is the place to go, Real Solutions Home. And RealSolutionsHome.com is where you're going to find them online. If you happen to be in the military or you're a teacher or a first responder, they offer discounts for all of the above. They have phenomenal financing options. Be sure to ask them about their financing options whenever you speak to them. And of course, estimates are absolutely free. I can't speak highly enough of Zip and his customer service, and the comments that we get from the folks that we recommend Zip to with Real Solutions Home. They love him. They love the work he does for them, and it's the utmost professionalism, and it can really and truly help reshape and change your home. RealSolutionsHome.com is where you're going to find them online, RealSolutionsHome.com, and give them a call. Tell them Martin sent you, 210-862-4995.
Why'd I go to the doctor? My heart would race just taking my son to practice. It didn't feel right. So I got checked out. Turns out I have atrial fibrillation, which increases the risk of stroke about 5 times.
Symptoms like irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain, shortness of breath, fatigue, or lightheadedness can come and go. But if it's AFib, the risk of stroke remains. If you have symptoms, contact a doctor.
I'm so glad I did.
Visit NoTimeToWait.com. Sponsored by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
Hello, I'm Joe Cordell, founder of Cordell & Cordell. Divorce is complicated, especially when your small business or professional practice is involved. At Cordell & Cordell, we understand that these assets raise unique valuation and allocation issues. For 35 years, we've helped doctors, lawyers, and small business owners navigate divorce with confidence. Call us at Cordell & Cordell. Let me tell you, I understand on a personal level, your business is much more than a job. It's your legacy.
San Antonio, Austin, and St. Louis. CordellCordell.com.
This is Martin Bomba's Rockin' Home Show on News Talk 550 KTSA and FM 1071.
But the billboards on the highways and the brake lights on the cars make me jump out on the highway with my bag and my guitar. If she comes or if she goes, it doesn't matter anymore, 'cause I'm riding my thumb to Mexico.
And there's great stuff from the legendary Johnny Rodriguez from Sabinal, Texas. Played in every dance hall from here to Dallas and in between, and put out some hits in the 70s and the early 80s that just propelled him to the top of the country music field. And we lost him last week.
Yeah. First time I saw him was at the Blue Bonnet Palace.
He probably played there dozens of times, I'm guessing.
Yes.
And in the latter years, he was playing out at Texas Pride Barbecue a lot, it seemed like.
Oh, another great place.
And his nephew, Vali Rodriguez, and I are friends. And I played at his dance hall out in Uvalde for a number of years. And Johnny would come in every once in a while. Just a normal guy. And
as nice as could be.
As nice as he could be, and God rest his soul, man. What a great guy, and what a way that he paved the way for other Hispanic artists out there. If you think back to Richie Valens' time, Richie was Richie Valenzuela. Richie Valenzuela was his name, but at that time, to get ahead, they felt like they had to change their name and anglicize it. Well, Johnny didn't do that. And guys like him and Freddie Fender, well, even Freddie Fender, his name wasn't Fender, right? No. But in order to get ahead at the time, he felt that was a need. Johnny didn't feel that need.
Like Chichi Rodriguez and things along those lines in the sports world.
Yeah.
But
he made it on his own terms, and he just did a great job.
We were there for a birthday of one of my friends, and he came over when he saw it was a birthday and wished him a happy birthday and bought him a beer.
How cool is that?
What a memory! Huh?
Pretty cool. And even George Strait said that he was an influence. That Johnny Rodriguez showed George that you could come from small town Texas in South Texas and make it big. He grew up in Pearsall. Johnny grew up in Sabinal. I grew up in Yancey and Devine, and so these are just homeboys that really made good, and Johnny was one of the pioneers in that area. Still love the music, man. Yes. Still love the music. We are coming to you live from Allen Petland Gourmet Floors, 11716 Warfield Street in San Antonio. Lots and lots of flooring to look at. I mean, it's mind-boggling, from the porcelain to the ceramic to the wood to the cement that looks like all kinds of things. To carpet and rugs.
It is amazing to see the options. And today, to buy it way under cost.
Yeah, it's amazing the sale that they have going on
It's
today.
almost like we're paying you to buy our stuff.
And it's the last day. It's the last
Yes.
day till 5:00 today. Alan Petland Gourmet Floors, 11716 Warfield Street. We will be here for about the next 35 or 40 minutes, and we would love to say hi to
We
you.
may get some
Come on by.
barbacoa or something afterwards.
We
and say
very
hello.
well might. Let's talk a little bit about the article that you sent me this past week. And in this article, it kind of gave a rundown of the things that may be holding you back from selling your home, or more importantly, things that you can identify that may help your home sell more quickly and more readily.
Absolutely.
Let's talk about a few of those.
All right. Usually it's one of two things, or I'm going to say one of three things really, that keep a house or a property from selling. The simplest is price. The next simplest is condition, which also relates to price. But probably the least talked about and most important is marketing. How many people have seen this for sale? How many people have an opportunity to look at this and compare it against others where they saw because the marketing was done better on 5 other properties, those 5 sold before you had a chance to find this property? That to me is one of the most important things. Now, you get past that. When you price it, looking at comparables, do you know an appraiser can be off by 10% and it be an accurate appraisal?
I did know that, but most people don't.
Because we've talked about it before.
But we have. And
do you realize that's 10% high?
Or 10%
that's
low.
10% low? In that situation, how many realtors do you think are off by 10% or more when you're pricing something?
A lot.
So the price isn't, that's where experience comes in. That's so important. The price isn't the correct price sometimes. So if it's not selling in most circumstances, and I can give you 1,000 reasons why it hasn't and should have, and there are some that it's very difficult to get around, but the bottom line is it is price, it is condition, and making it available for showing and having the most people see it, and it will sell.
So let me ask you a question on the topic of appraisals. Is it a wise decision if you're selling your home and you don't think the valuation is right, and it never is on the tax rolls, but your realtor gives you a price and you don't like it, and you don't like it, you think, well, they're really lowballing me on this, they just want to get it sold and off the market. Is it a wise decision to get an independent appraiser to come in and give you a valuation of your home?
It doesn't hurt. Is it a wise investment or is it a wise decision? Under most circumstances, I would say no. And the reason I would say no, which I'm sure surprises you, is the appraiser can be off by 10%.
Yeah.
Either direction. So it could be 20%. And if I'm paying for an appraisal, I'm going to want to make sure that I'm going to be sticking to that. And by the way, the most important reason why I would say no is you cannot use that appraisal if a buyer is going to get a loan.
Right. They have to get their own appraisal.
Because of all the fraud that's happened in the past, and I'm not talking the past 6 months or 6 years, but all the fraud that was 2007 and before, banks will not let their lender, their own bank, order in the appraisal in most cases. You have to go through a centralized ordering service such as FHA, VA, or Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac mandate.
Okay.
So that'd be like 5 appraisals away if you bought your own appraisal before it could ever be used.
Right. But for me, the only reason to get your own appraisal before putting your home on the market would be to get at least a generally accurate valuation.
Confirmation of value.
And as much as anything else, it's so you don't go out there and overprice your home, because that's a killer. right? You've got
is the killer.
You've got some real estate agents, and I've worked with them, and I know you've known them, that will give you this pie in the sky number
because they want to get the business,
because they want to have your listing. Number one, they want to lock down your listing.
Business, exactly.
And number two, maybe in their mind they really think that they can get that and they can get a big commission. Maybe
or,
not.
In most cases, a month later, 2 months, 2 weeks later, they'll say we need to lower the price.
Of
we
course.
need to lower the price.
Of course.
We need to lower the price. The only time I would recommend getting an appraisal, and I still wouldn't spend the money necessarily on an appraisal, is I would recommend getting a appraiser to go out there and give you a square footage source, because that is the biggest, easiest way to help with values, is having a larger square footage source.
Well, exactly. And it's amazing to me, being a student of real estate like you are, and from a peripheral I've been, to see the vast difference between certain areas per square foot price and other areas.
Amazing.
It's mind-boggling. So, for instance, you look at a waterfront house in Port Aransas, okay? Let's say a waterfront house in Port Aransas. You could easily be in the $525, $550 range per square foot. Easily. Same house, more square footage, you move it to the hill country, and it might be $350 a square foot. Easily, right?
Or less.
So you have very little control over where your house is, other than that's where you bought it and that's where it is.
What are the 3 rules to real estate?
Location, location, location.
Yes, sir.
You're not kidding. And so, what are some other things that we know that the price, okay, is a big determining factor.
Make your house inviting from the outside to start.
Curb appeal.
Yeah, that is the easiest way of putting it. Have fresh flowers. Have the lot properly edged, trimmed. Have the landscaping, the trees. Having that all invited. Having a front door that pops with trim on the front door
And
pops.
a bright, bold front door never hurt anybody.
Ever. Have clean windows or new windows. Have don't have where if you have a sprinkler system or you have a roof that doesn't have gutters and you have that constant water splash and you have 3 foot of stains on there.
Yeah.
Get rid of all of that and make it inviting. You have cluttered homes we talked about all the time.
Oh man, yeah. One of the worst things you could do.
Outside of homes too, though.
Well, and that's a question I'm asking for a friend. If your next door neighbor doesn't take quite the same pride in their property that you do, and they leave building materials on their front yard, and they don't cut the grass as often as they should, and they leave stuff strewn about in their yard, what do you do about that?
The only thing you could do is complain to the city or the HOA, because they don't have to.
No HOA. There's no HOA.
Then the city or the county.
Okay.
And it hurts.
It does hurt, and I'll tell you, especially whenever in the showing comments, one of the things they say is we have some concerns about the neighbor. that is tough.
It happens.
But it does happen, right?
I have a property that's listed, and next to it is a house that started a remodel job that was horrible and sat there for at least 10 years, you could see.
Wow.
And it's costing my seller. That's why I said there are always some issues in there.
Yeah.
Our phone numbers, by the way, 210-599-5555.
Let's take a break, and when we come back, we're going to talk more home valuation and things that you can do to help increase the value and get your home sold a little more quickly. And right now, great time to be talking about that. Let's talk about Apple Pest Control. My buddy over at Apple Pest Control, Stan Goodson, and his family have been doing this since 1984. This is an honest, dependable, reliable business that I have been more than excited to talk about over the years, because they have done such a good job for me and my family. They don't offer you things that you don't need. They offer you what you need. They work on a budget that works for you and a flexible billing schedule. Quotes by phone are available, and they never have any long-term contracts to sign and never any hidden charges. Just great pest control. So whether you have a problem with ants, fleas, roaches, scorpions, or termites, any of the above, they can help you with all of those things. And now, with our mosquito season upon us, be sure to talk to them about mosquito control as well. Apple Pest Control, 210-695-8946, online at applepestcontrol.com.
This is a special notice to U.S. taxpayers owing $10,000 or more to the IRS. Tax Relief Advocates is urgently notifying taxpayers that tax relief initiatives are now available that may significantly reduce or eliminate what you owe. If you're afraid of an IRS lien, levy, or wage garnishment, don't lose hope. You can now take advantage of these current relief programs to end all collections, reduce the amount you owe, and resolve your tax problem. Even if you have years of unfiled tax returns or are already in a payment plan, you may still qualify for significant relief. Struggling taxpayers can now get relief they need during these hard economic times. A hotline has been established by Tax Relief Advocates for you to call and see what you qualify for. They are A+ rated with the BBB and have over 1,000 5-star reviews. Don't wait. Call 800-575-7147. 800-575-7147. That's 800-575-7147, or simply visit TRA.com.
Must qualify for enrollment. Results may vary.
The Big Boss Gun Show is locked and loaded in New Braunfels this Friday through Sunday. Come see serious collections, unbeatable deals, and real people who know their stuff. Buy, sell, or trade, gear, ammo, and rare finds. It's loud, it's proud, it's the Big Boss Gun Show. Today from 9 to 5 at Columbus Hall in New Braunfels.
Are you having trouble hearing? Hearing loss can devastate the quality of your life. Now, there's an affordable fix for you or your loved one. Rated the best hearing aids of 2025 by Forbes Health, Audion Hearing has the highest quality hearing aids at the lowest prices, starting at just $98 a pair.
I actually like them better than my old $5,000 hearing aid.
I could not believe how my hearing and life changed.
Join over 1 million happy customers by going to audionhearing.com. That's AUDIEN hearing.com.
Hi, everyone. If you've been injured in an accident that was not your fault, listen up. We have legal professionals standing by to answer your questions for free. Call now and find out if you have a case and how much it's potentially worth. Call 800-931-3030. I'm here with spokesman John Wolf. So, John, tell everyone listening who should call right now.
Well, Maria, first off, thank you for having me here. It's always nice to answer the listeners' questions. Now, as far as who should call in, anyone who's been injured in an accident and think you deserve compensation, give us a call right now. 800-931-3030. You'll find out if you have a case and how much it's potentially worth.
Thanks, John. You heard it, folks. Take advantage of this opportunity and call now. 800-931-3030.
Advertisement sponsored by Legal Help Center, may not be available in all states.
Whatever the task in your yard this spring,
1 minute.
Steel Battery. Mow it, trim it, clean it. Steel Battery has everything from mowers and trimmers to blowers and chainsaws to take on whatever spring throws your way. And Steel has a battery system built for every type of user. BAS battery system includes tools for quick jobs in and around the house. The AK battery system has everything a homeowner needs to keep their landscape in shape. And the AP battery system delivers professional-grade battery equipment for the biggest jobs. From start to finish, do it all with Steel Battery. Double your runtime with free extra battery deals across a wide range of Steel tools. Visit SteelDealers.com. Get a free extra battery with select Steel tool sets. Sets include tool, battery, and charger. Extra battery is up to $160 MSRP value. Offer valid for a limited time only at participating dealers while supplies last.
This is Martin Bomba's Rockin' Home Show on News Talk 550 KTSA and FM 1071.
Welcome back, everybody. We're coming to you live on the Rockin' Home Show from Allen Pentland Gourmet Floors, 11716 Warfield Street. They have got a sale going on right now. It's a warehouse sale like they have never had before, and it's going on until 5 o'clock today. They have got inventory that's discounted up to 75%.
75% off.
Amazing.
I recommend this company and have over the last, before it was Alan Petland Gourmet Floors, it was Carpet Fair. And during that time, prices have always been extremely competitive. And I mentioned that when he was on the air earlier this hour. And he goes, yeah, he goes, we're selling this at a tremendous loss. It's to just get stuff out there. He bought more than he needed to because he couldn't buy the less. He'd buy a container full or whatever. It's like he's paying you to take this away.
And it's not just seconds, and it's
This real stuff.
No, these are beautiful tiles and even some cement out there that looks like Saltillo. Went by and looked at some of that. Absolutely gorgeous. Jim, you want to come in here and tell us some more about this? Now's as good a time as any. We're going to get, how do you pronounce your last name? Ecrete. Ecrete. I would have guessed something like that.
More fancy. But here in Texas, we just say Ecrete. Yeah,
well,
exactly.
Hermes.
Hermes.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
So Jim is a managing partner here at Alan Petland Gourmet Floors and Design Materials. You took me on a tour of this place. Give a little synopsis of some of the things that we looked at.
You didn't show the workout floor.
Yeah, I want to see that.
Well, we ran out of time.
I know. I
wasn't excluding on purpose. So, no, I'm the managing partner for Design Materials.
Yes.
Alan and I own Design Materials together, and then he has Alan Petland Gourmet Floors. And we share this building. So for the people driving by, they'll see both signs out front. So, but we're all under one roof, and the sales for both of us. So we welcome everybody. So we have a little bit of everything. On the Design Materials side is tile and stone primarily. And with Alan Petland Gourmet Floors, it'll be the wood, the vinyl, the rugs and carpets, commercial products, workout rubber floors, every gamut. You know, we have fun. We say we have regular stuff, we have fun stuff, and then we have stupid fun stuff. So
stupid fun stuff. I like that.
Yeah, it's just stuff that's just really creative. You won't. No neighbor's going to have the same thing. A lot of custom options here, and some of the things that we have on sale out there are just crazy good.
You know, there's an old fella that used to have a lumber yard and hardware store down in Live Oak County.
Mm-hmm.
And his saying was, if we don't have it, you don't need it. And that's pretty much describing this place, too.
Exactly. Thank you. I think it's close to, 9,000 square feet of just about anything you can think of. And a warehouse. And a warehouse.
Busting out the seams.
Yes. And we probably, as I toured with you, we probably have, maybe 40, 45 pallets of material out back in the warehouse.
You have some good selection out there.
Yeah. So and anything from $1 a square foot up to $20 a square foot. So it's with a lot of it in that lower range. And so we're happy to help, and it's going to be perfect for somebody. And so that's why we want to share it. Mm-hmm.
So one question I want to ask you before we get out of here: what is the hottest flooring item right now? What is the trendiest, hottest bestseller right now?
Well, it's going to be category specific.
In hard flooring.
Okay. Well, with certain, when I say category specific, in certain houses, from a certain price point and under, then the luxury vinyl plank has always had a place for rental properties and things like that.
250 and under, 400 and under.
That's probably a good point, and we see that in young active families, and then with retirees. It's a simple, easy floor to keep care of.
Yeah.
But in that middle area is where we really shine, and we're going to have a tremendous option. Alan mentioned the Riva. That's a fantastic line. The wood's kind of out of northern Ukraine, northern European oak, and it's just beautiful stuff. Beautiful stuff. And on the tile side, probably what's really popular in our sweet spot is the Ardo line, which is the cement tiles out of California. And we're told we're one of the #1 dealers in Texas on that product. We sell a bunch of it.
I've got to ask you something about that. When we were looking at it, and it is a phenomenally interesting product in that it's a cast concrete product that they make look like lots of different things. Mm-hmm. The thickness of it and the weight of it, whenever it's really not for remodeling, is it? It's just more for new construction, because you have to build your thresholds to accommodate?
Well, it takes a different mindset when you're doing a remodel and taking the elevation changes. So it's all
Yeah.
doable. You just have to be
to have
mindful.
transitions and-
Mindful of it as you're doing your plan. Because typically that stuff's anywhere from a half inch to 3/4 of an inch thick.
Yeah.
And then you put your thin set mortar bed on it, and so you've easily got an elevation change of an inch. So you want to be able to account for that. And that product is some of the things they keep in stock. Other things are 6 to 12 weeks because they literally hand make each tile, and it's and the installers kind of smile a little bit because there's no because each one's different. You can't use spacers. So the guy has to be on his game. The guy has to be on his game because to get the lines right.
You got to be
like
a pro.
That's right. That's right. So you need to have somebody that's actually worked with that kind of material before.
One of the things that impressed the heck out of me was when we were up here getting ready to go on the show, sitting down, and he goes, "Oh, the sign's off about 1/4 of an inch." Right?
I did.
I was taking notes on that. Man, that's attention to detail.
That is, I was very impressed.
Well, thank you. Well, we just want to welcome anybody to come on down. We've got a lot of things to share and show, and happy to do it.
Well, appreciate your time, Jim. Thank you so much. And
why not buy something at a loss for you now to get your rooms ready?
Sure.
In Florida.
Thank you for bringing that up. The sales today, you don't have to pick it up today. Okay, if that's gonna keep somebody from, I don't have access to my truck or anything today,
right?
That's fine. Come in, pay for it. We'll save it for you and put it aside, a reasonable time.
Yeah, right.
We don't want it to have a birthday. Okay,
Yeah.
So, but no, we'll hang on to it for you while you arrange to get the pickup. And remember, I think it's Home Depot will rent you a truck for like $18 for an hour or something like that.
Super easy.
So,
There's U-Haul. There's
incredible stuff.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
Well, Jim, thank you. Appreciate you stopping by and visiting with us. Come by, say hi to Jim, say hi to Alan, say hi to everybody out here at Alan Petlin Gourmet Floors, 11716 Warfield Street. Mike and I are here. Going to be here for about another 15 minutes. Would love to see you.
Before taco time.
Yeah, before taco time. That's right. I don't know, man. After that breakfast we had, I don't know. I don't know if I can do
I
it.
did good.
You did. That's true. And I didn't eat all of mine.
No, not even close. Not even close. But I shared with my son and barely had any.
And it was filling.
Stew, too.
Hey, let's talk a little bit about Window World. It's a great time to talk about this. Let's talk about the Window World Beach cleanup that's coming up on May 31st down in Corpus Christi at Padre Bali Park.
9 a.m.
9 a.m. to
to
noon.
And then everybody's splitting up, going to clean the different beach areas. Window World's going to provide cleanup bags, snacks, drinks. They'll be giving out some gift cards, and I think it is the first 70 people or so are going to get shirts.
Yeah, well, not the first 70. We've got some for our staff that are going to be out there to identify them.
There'll be a good number of shirts.
But we've got some extras that we ordered just to kind of toss out and say thanks to the first people to get out there to help us out. Make sure that you bring water bottles and sunscreen with you. We want you to stay hydrated and be sure that you're protected with the sunscreen. And this is a very important one, right?
Absolutely. If you have any questions, number one, make sure if you're going to park on the beach, get a permit. It's $12 and it's good through the end of the year. It means anytime you're down there, you can park on the beach.
And you can get it right there at the Padre Bali Park office.
Right there. And if you have any questions, call the Window World office and they will give anything you want to know about the minutia of the details. 361-991-4189.
That is the Window World Beach Cleanup coming up May 31st, 9 to 12, Padre Bali Park.
From Saturday.
A week from next Saturday. 2 weeks from today.
2 weeks from today.
2 weeks from today. Again, for more information, 361-991-4189.
Hi, this is Bob Webster for my friends at Wild Birds Unlimited. For years, I've been telling you what a wonderful place Wild Birds Unlimited is out there on Northwest Military at Huebner Road. Well, they're still doing well, but the good news is they have a new location in Boerne as well. All you folks in the Hill Country won't have to drive all the way into San Antonio to find the wonderful service, the great knowledge, and all the wonderful products at Wild Birds Unlimited. Kyle and his staff out there have just virtually exactly the same thing they have in town, and they would love to have you come by. They're way out on North Main Street, North Edge minutes from Bernie, right there at Market Street. It's right next door to the 28 Songs Brew House and Kitchen, if you know where that is. Remember, they've got the same great feeders, the same great feed. They've got all of the things you need for birding and so much more. Wonderful, wonderful assortment of gifts out there. Carrying on the tradition, Wild Birds Unlimited always has had 2 locations to serve you now. Wild Birds Unlimited.
Imagine selling your home and getting paid before and after it sells. It's like getting paid twice. Jason Minix here from San Antonio Sports Star. You can do that with Orchard. Orchard puts cash into your pocket so you can buy your dream home. Then your Orchard experts prepare and market your old home, including repairs, showings, even price-boosting upgrades. And here's why Orchard's the best. When your home sells for more, which happens 9 times out of 10, you get that cash too. It's almost like getting paid twice. That's why Orchard is the smarter, faster, hassle-free way to sell your home. Orchard can unlock cash from your old home to use on your new home. That's payday 1. Then you buy your new place, and once you're in, Orchard sells your old home for top dollar. You get that money too. Boom, payday 2. Learn how you can make more with Orchard. Start with your free home valuation at Orchard.com. That's Orchard.com.
Green Carpet Company has
1 minute.
quality flooring solutions for over 30 years from my listeners and for me. Always the best deal in town, beating even the big box stores. And with their years of experience, they know how to help us find exactly what works best in our homes, in our businesses, for durability, style, comfort, value. Right now, Green Carpet Company is operating from a temporary location, but they're still committed to their mission of quality materials, quality service, and the best price. Their phone number is still the same, 210-599-4747. So what you do now is you call and schedule a free in-home estimate. They bring samples, you see everything, and your decision is easier than ever. Plus, free, precise in-home measurements to eliminate any waste on your estimate from Green Carpet Company. Truly, your flooring connection. The same great service, the same unmatched expertise, the same personal touch. Call them 210-599-4747.
This is Martin Bomba's Rockin' Home Show on News Talk 550 KTSA and FM 1071.
I saw you laugh when the night was twisted. It still hurts to think that shit. I'm looking back at the time that you've been alive. But I won't cry for the wasted years. 'Cause you ain't worth the salt in my tears.
Welcome back, everybody. It's the Rockin' Home Show on AM 550 FM 1071 KTSA, KTSA.com, and of course on Facebook Live. We appreciate you guys being out there and spending your Saturday morning with us. We're coming to you live from Allen Petland Gourmet Floors, 11716 Warfield Street. And they are having a fantastic sale going on right now, up to 75% off their inventory that'll be discounted. And it all ends at 5 o'clock today.
And
so
that's it.
Come out and take advantage of it. I want to tell you about Operation Appreciation. It's the 18th annual Operation Appreciation brought to you by KTSA and Alpha Media.
It used to be Operation Interdependence.
Used to be, yeah, used to be. And the way that this works is we're supporting our troops overseas by collecting items and that are needed and cash donations for servicemen and women all over the world through Soldiers Angels. And this all begins on May 26th. I'm giving you a little advance on it. May 26th with the official kickoff on Memorial Day. And it goes through Independence Day on July 4th. It's a 6-week run.
It's only a week from Monday.
I know. It's fast approaching, right? And there are some great sponsors that make this possible. And these are the places that you're going to go by and you're going to drop off various toiletries and convenience items, things like deodorant and detergent and soap and toothpaste and toothbrushes and all of these things that they need on a daily basis.
Just daily comfort
stuff we take for granted every day.
Absolutely. You know, you were talking last time about how water can be bitter.
Yeah.
Over there.
Yes.
Just a little thing. You know, HEB has their own brand. You have Crystal Light. You have teas.
Yeah.
You have lemonades.
Just a water flavoring.
we're talking about pennies to be able to help somebody.
Absolutely.
Deodorant is a big one. Razors.
And if you don't know what to get,
Go online.
Just cash. Just
Oh,
cash.
Even better.
Donate, and KTSA will get together with Soldiers Angels, and they'll go out and purchase these items
And I'm
for
sure
them.
Soldiers Angels not only knows what's needed, but also can do it at a price probably better than you and I going to the store.
Be my guest, yeah. And listen, this couldn't happen without sponsors. And
the main co-sponsor right now, Window World. I think that's enormous.
well, the title sponsor, I must say, is Quarterman Plumbing.
Okay.
But we are very, very happy to be a part of this at Window World as well. The Institute for Functional Health is a co-sponsor. Modern Mingle is a co-sponsor.
Southwest Metal Roofing. We talked about them earlier with
the caller.
Carol.
Yeah. So lots of good companies involved in this, and we encourage you, starting again on what day are we starting again?
It's a week from Monday,
Yeah,
May
May
26th.
And then wrapping it up on July 4th, and then on the 27th,
KTSA.
they're going to have a day-long on-air drive.
Yes.
And they're going to invite listeners to donate online, drop off items, things like that. So
Letters.
Be sure to check that out.
Handwritten letter.
That means so much, that means so much, and it means so much to them over there. And I'm not going to read all of these, but I've got letters in front of me from servicemen and women that are thanking people for sending those and saying how much that means to them. Don't underestimate how much just a little handwritten note and some niceties can make them feel.
They're out there protecting our way of life. The least we could do, if you can't afford to send anything, God knows we understand tough times. But write a letter thanking them for protecting us.
That costs nothing.
Nothing but a little bit of heartfelt time.
That's right. Hey, listen.
But do both if you can.
If you can. Absolutely encourage you to do that. Listen, we're getting close to the end of the show, and we want to invite you to come out and see our friends here at Allen Petland Gourmet Floors.
Till 5.
Till 5 o'clock. Goes on until 5 o'clock. 11716 Warfield Street is where we're at.
And do that again so somebody can GPS it or Waze it or whatever.
Well, all you have to do is put in Allen Petland Gourmet Floors and say,
that's
take me there.
easier.
Super easy, right? And if you want to check them out online, it's allenpetlandfloorssanantonio.com. Find out more information about how to get to the showroom and all of the things that they offer. And whenever I say they have an extensive selection of flooring items, I'm not overstating.
You are not.
Tile, carpet, wood, stone, rugs, LVT.
You asked about a color.
Yeah, and they bring
What
me out
happened?
1,400 colors.
In 10 seconds.
And they do have select items up to 75% off.
It looked like Sherwin-Williams pant
It was
sample
crazy.
book
I've never seen anything
with
like that.
great colors.
It was pretty amazing.
You want a great product and actually buy it below cost? That doesn't ever happen. And I've known Alan basically my whole life. It's a great product. He's selling it below cost. I recommend them pay regular cost. I send clients here all the time because it does great work at a very competitive price.
Come on out and see them. Hey, Mike, how do the listeners get a hold of you during the week?
I would love to help them buy, sell, or answer any questions whatsoever. 210-341-1400 or email me at mike@mikehermes.com. How about you?
You can absolutely always drop me an email at mbomba, that's MBOMBA, at windowworldtx.com. Keep in mind that I check the emails often, but it may take me 24 to 48 hours to respond, but I generally do respond within 48 hours.
Yeah, you do your best, but if you're busy, you're busy, and we're here for you.
Now, next week, we're going to be doing a best of because Mike's out, I'm out. I'm going to be doing something down in Corpus Christi for a charity golf tournament, and Mike's going to be out of town.
Yeah, my nephew's getting married.
So don't call us next week. Please listen. It'll be a best of show. And then we'll be back live on May 31st, which is the date of the beach cleanup that Winter World is sponsoring down in Corpus Christi. For more information on that, call 361-991-4189.
So it'll be one of three places.
Yeah.
We'll either be in Corpus or you'll be in Corpus and I'll be here, or we'll be at the station, or we'll be at the grand opening at Broadway and 410.
We're both going to be on either way.
Yes.
It just depends on what the logistics look
Does
like.
it look like Broadway is going to be open by then?
By May 31st?
Yeah.
No.
Okay, I know the original date.
Oh, I wish. No, probably late June is what we're looking at.
That's not that far away.
And look for that. Progress is being made daily.
I
Broadway
drive
and
by there
410.
every day, and I see that every single day. I get so excited. I can't wait till we do the grand opening.
Oh man, I'm jazzed about it. But yeah, we're about a month and a half away or so. Hey, listen, again, thanks so much for joining us. Thanks to everybody who came out to Allen Petland Gourmet Floors, but it's not over yet.
5 o'clock.
5 o'clock.
7 up to 75% off.
Hey, listen, appreciate you guys being out there. Go out, spread some kindness, make the world a better place.
Amen.
Peace and love, everybody. See you next week.
All right, Martin, Mike, enjoy the rest of your. See you later, Mike and Martin. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.
Well, and it's true. You said designers come in here and buy this stuff all the